Now, modernizing core IT and ERP systems is fundamental to day-to-day operations and building greater resilience. Now, to explore that into more detail, I'm joined by Jaron Main, SAP Practice Director from Fujitsu. Jaron, thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Pleasure.
So Jaron, what's holding companies back from migrating to that intelligent enterprise?
Well, I think the first thing is actually understanding the technologies that are available and how mature they are. There seems to be a perception sometimes that these technologies are bleeding edge, that they're not fully mature, they're not fit for purpose. But actually, that is really far from the truth. And a lot of their competitors are already using them. So the first thing is about knowledge and understanding and how they can be deployed to reduce cost and increase resilience. The second one then is in what order do they look to start to deploy those? And that becomes a little bit more complex. It depends on the business demands, what's actually happening in the business, but also there are other projects they might have planned from an IT perspective. So actually we work with our customers to assimilate all of that information with them and then look to tailor make a roadmap that makes sense for them and that actually gets them rapid value very quickly in that life cycle.
And what are the opportunities for organizations to move to that intelligent enterprise?
Well, they're huge. They're absolutely huge. So we can go from financial processes, an obvious starting place where customers often start around sort of automation of invoices, for example, scanning invoices, automatically paying those invoices, and releasing staff to work on more intelligent type processes where there's greater value to be had. But the other areas range from kind of deploying IoT devices in production lines to reduce rework, improve quality in those processes. And we're seeing the advent of 5G, which is making IoT deployment out in the field even more possible. So the possibilities are endless. And I think the most important thing is to sit down with your partner to understand, what are you trying to achieve? What are your business challenges? Where do you want to be in sort of 5 years' time? And then allow us to work with you to make sense of that and to tailor make a roadmap that is achievable and drives value as you go through the process.
And how is Fujitsu and SAP helping those organizations? What advice can you give them?
Yeah, so as I said, we work with our customers very early on. We'll understand their business needs, what they're trying to achieve. And then from that, we'll bring in our consultants and our team, and we'll work with them to build a roadmap that absolutely makes sense for them and is achievable. So we have a number of assessment services, for example, which will capture that information and allow our customers then to, with them, to come up with a roadmap that makes sense and is driving value as we go through that process.
Okay, Jaron, must leave it there. Thanks so much, Nick, for joining us.